Hi everyone, so we just finished our hit. It's okay, don't be fooled, it's been like 15 minutes. I was half dead. Miss Moo, first of all, like, what's your official name?
Just Mohanga.
Okay, Mohanga. Mohanga.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was intense, but I feel good now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's
like
important.
20 minutes later.
Yes. Yes, and so I guess I can formally introduce our trainer.
Drum roll!
Yes, so this is Priscilla Chanda Chombakinywa. And she can just, she can take it from there. So you can tell us about yourself.
Okay, so you said all my names. I am a co-founder of Project Fit. If you're Zambian and you don't know Project Fit, you should look it up. I'm also co-founder of Gym and Tonic, and basically I'm a metabolic conditioning coach, so I took them through some paces today. And what that means is that it's high intensity interval training basically is what I specialize in. So it's like really short bursts of workouts followed by really short rests, and it sort of keeps your body burning calories for longer than doing steady state cardio. So yes, so you will be sweating for a bit. It takes like...
I was melting.
So there's actually research conducted that shows that it takes sometimes up to 24 hours for your body to get back to what is called homeostasis, which is like your normal, you know, metabolic rate. So it's really a good workout. I would recommend it, but yeah, I won't go. So whenever I say research, if anybody's interested, she will put a link to my Instagram and Facebook and so on, and then I can send you the research if you'd really like to look it up.
Yes, so at this point, let me even do this. Her link
Yeah, below.
Her Instagram handle is right there. Yes. Okay, and hopefully, you just tell us just a brief background as to your history with fitness, because I don't think, you just woke up yesterday and was super fit. Yes.
No. So, first of all, I've always been sort of like dabbling in fitness things from high school. I didn't know I had any... So, in primary school, I was the laziest person ever. I didn't know I had any physical abilities. I was really tiny, really skinny. One of those weaklings, so to speak, in class, bullied and so on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm over it. I'm a bully now. Yeah, so I just did the obstacle races. Like whenever it was sports day, I was the one doing the silly races that nobody counts. But then when I went into high school, there was a really mean prefect, and I discovered I could run. But I was really good at long distances. So I was like, cross country was my thing. 1500 meters was my thing. 400 meters was like my shortest distance. So I was in the 4x400 meter relay. And then after high school, I sort of stopped. When I was in college, the first year, I did absolutely nothing but eat and sleep some more. Then second year, I did a bit of karate just to...
Oh, interesting.
Well, mostly because the guy was really cute. But that's always a good... Yeah, but...
Shout out to that guy.
Yes, his name was Clement.
So shout out
Clement. So a friend of mine and I went to that class specifically
for Clay.
We still have no idea what we thought we'd do, but we were like, we'll be there. So I did that for a few months, and then after college, I'd always sort of like try something out. So I did a bit of Pilates, but then I stopped. And then I had my first baby, and then I went... No, actually, I started the Pilates after my first kid, and then I had the second one, and then, then I think I dabbled in gym. I'd gone like twice to a gym, and then I didn't go back. But then 4.5 years ago, a friend from college called me and said he was starting a running challenge in Woodlands, Lusaka, and if I could show up. He was like, you will show up. This was like in November of 2013, and he was like, 1st of February, this is the venue, show up. And I was like, New Year's resolutions, no problem. This will be 2 weeks. Yes. No, I was just like, I'm going to support him. 2 weeks, he'll be over his New Year's resolutions.
And we'll
be over it. Yes. And then another friend who was his friend, like a mutual friend, the three of us, called me and said, you'd better be there when this guy starts this thing. So I was like, oh, okay, this is serious. So I showed up, and it was a group of people, and it was just like random strangers for the most part meeting up in one location. It had been advertised on Facebook. And then so that was how Project Fit started. Eventually it became a thing. I became one of the people that was like really involved in it. And then, so it's been going on for 3.5 years. We do a lot of gym workouts, we do a lot of high intensity interval trainings, a lot of running on Saturdays. And so then I decided if I'm going to do this, I might as well
run all the time. All the time.
and everywhere.
Really?
So I decided if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it properly. So I did a certificate from Stanford in nutrition, like the basics of nutrition, so that I can help out the group members.
Take
And
note
then-
of that.
Yeah.
In case you are, take note of that.
Yes, and then I did my Metabolic Conditioning Coach certification with Nesta. So my full day job is something totally different. I do this on a voluntary basis for the most part, and then I have some private clients. But for the most part, that's how my journey has been.
Yes. And I guess, okay, sorry, Mwanga, Miss Mu Motivation. And I have some questions for Priscilla, Chanda, which one are you think?
Because clearly everyone has so many
here's the
names.
thing. So I have many names. So I'm
Yeah.
Priscilla Chanda Chomba Kenywa. So Priscilla's like the official name on the documents. Chanda's the one I'm used to because that's the name I grew up with. Chomba's my dad's name, which I've kept, and then Kenywa's my husband's name. Now on social media, I go by Chanda Chomba. But in terms of Project Fit, everybody calls me Coachscilla, which is short for Priscilla.
Silla.
So Coachscilla is probably the one that I will go with in this series.
Okay, so
Mostly it was a play on
Priscilla.
Godzilla, and they thought I would hate it, but I actually love it because when we go hard. So
Yes.
all right.
Nice.
So we have some questions for Coachsilla.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just I can start. So
Yep.
and then we will go back and forth. So my first question is, okay, the hit was intense, and this was basically a warm up. Just
it was a fitness test.
Yeah, thank you. It was a fitness test for like 5 minutes. But I want to know.
Was it 5?
I think we
More or
took
less.
longer, but yeah.
It was 6 because it was 1 minute per workout, and it was 6 workouts.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it felt like a lot longer. I know it was 6 minutes.
Yes. So my first question is, during this challenge, and just in case you don't know what the duration of this challenge is, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in my previous video, but it will be a 6-week challenge initially, and then if we last, we will
You will
extend it.
last.
Yes. And then there's also a very, very big event from Project Fit that she mentioned. So if you're on Facebook, definitely check out Project Fit. They're having this huge event, and like be quick. Like if you want to participate, make sure you sign up as soon as it's like it's up.
Yeah.
Because trust me, like it'll be lit. Like
Yeah, and it fills up really quickly.
Yes, like Wanga and I are like ready for that. So anyways, sorry for rambling, but yes, this is a 6-week challenge starting January 2nd, and then it will it will last for 6 weeks. If we do last, if we succeed, it will be extended until the
Just like
challenge yes, that Project Fit will have. So there'll be an event. They haven't yet finalized on the name, but if at
It's
the time,
a running challenge.
It's a running challenge.
No, it's a challenge.
Yes, but if at the time I'm editing this, it's official. I'll put down the name of the event. But still, just check out Project Fit. So, anyways, we are doing this challenge for that. So, anyways, sorry. Let me get back on track.
questions.
Yes, my question is for
Question
this
one.
fitness challenge and what we just experienced, which is just like a starter. Are we expected to do that every single day?
No.
Okay.
No. This is a mistake people make. They think, especially when somebody's trying to lose weight, they go and think, I need to exercise every day. Your body needs to rest.
Okay.
Your body needs to rest, so it will be probably 4 to 5 days a week, depending on what we agree after this.
Okay.
If you're trying to lose weight, it will still be that. Your body needs to rest, it needs to recover to rebuild the muscles that you're tearing. Because when you're working out, you're tearing your muscles and then rebuilding them. That's what leads to the muscle development. So no, you can't train every day. What we will likely do is if you want to have an active rest day, then maybe you just do like some plank
Okay.
sort of workouts or something like that. Nothing too hectic.
Okay.
So it'd be 4 or 5 days a week, depending on how you're doing.
Okay.
Can I just? Okay.
Yeah.
And food. So.
Oh, that was actually my next question.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Great minds.
Yes.
Yeah. So food.
Yes.
Do we have to have something specific?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wah, wah.
Go on.
So, yeah. So it has to be what? Protein. What else?
It has to be all the food groups.
Oh, not just
protein. You have to have a lot of protein because protein helps build muscle. You know this. Everybody knows this. I hope. But also it increases your metabolism. So you know the way you always say somebody has a good metabolism and so on.
Like
protein is one of those foods that's proven and shown. Research, again, I always talk research, shows that your metabolism improves because it takes longer to digest, so your body works harder to burn it off. Yeah, so protein, lots of protein, lots of vegetables for the roughage because you want to keep your system clean.
That I'm okay with.
Yeah, and then complex carbohydrates. So not simple carbohydrates. By that I mean.
Okay, can you just help us with some examples?
Yes.
At least, you know.
So white bread is out for the next 6 weeks. No white bread. You can do brown, and when I say brown, I mean whole wheat. Not that there's one store in Lusaka that a few years ago I discovered was just putting food color into bread and calling it.
In fact, there are many. I was so heartbroken.
Yeah. So go for the whole wheat versions if you can, or the whole grains.
So that's the one with the seeds and...
Yes, and it's actually like, or even if it's just the wheat is not over processed and so on.
Okay.
So white bread is out. Find alternatives. White and shima is out. Roller meal is in. Yeah?
And we're like in shima lovers.
Yeah, like potatoes are great.
Okay.
Don't eat too many because they have a lot of... I think they are.
Okay.
Don't eat too many because they have a lot of sugar, but they're still quite good for you because they have a lot of fiber and so on. Quinoa is really good because it has both your carbohydrates and your protein. And then in terms of, let me just give you an example of what my day is like when it comes to eating. I eat a lot because I'm trying to bulk. I don't want to lose more weight than I have, so I have to maintain. So I have to kind of like balance my eating and eat more than usual. Okay. So in the morning, I'll do oatmeal.
Do you have specific times, or it's just...
My life is so random, but if you can stick to a schedule, it's good to have that.
Okay.
But I do oatmeal in the morning, and then I'll probably do like a boiled egg or two. If not, I'll do like whole wheat bread with avocado, some honey, because I'm a sweet tooth, and then just a bit of honey, not too much, because that's also like got carbs in it. If you're trying to lose weight, not too much. And then you put some chia seeds for your protein, for example, because chia seeds are very high content.
You can find them everywhere. Pick and Pay, Melissa, they're everywhere.
Great.
Cheers. So
that would be my breakfast. If I want to have a snack, I might have some fruit, some berries or something in the middle of the day. And then I'll have a lunch of maybe, say, quinoa and chicken and vegetables, or even sweet potatoes, chicken and vegetables. I love chicken. I'm a chicken.
Same.
Yeah, so chicken is my go-to.
Black stereotype, but I don't care.
I know. I own it. I own it. I'm like, chicken. Yeah, but the chicken breast is the best because the skin has too much fat and so on, so it's lean. So chicken breast is really good. Just figure out different ways of preparing it, and then So you can either do like maybe a stir fry with a bit of olive oil or avocado oil, or you can with vegetables, or you can grill it, or you can bake it. There are different ways of preparing chicken, which is another reason why I like it.
So it's not just boiling, you know?
No.
You can jazz it up.
Yes, jazz it up. If you just boil it or do the same thing, you get bored and then you go back to the other random stuff. I do quite a lot of fish.
Somebody doesn't like fish.
Yeah?
Somebody.
I will force myself to eat fish.
Somebody.
She will eat fish. On my snacking, I am very good at not snacking. So if you are the kind of person that snacks a lot, yes, try and carry, like if you're going somewhere, have some carrot sticks in your bag. In a ziploc bag. I'm serious.
I'm imagining myself going,
you know what I mean?
Carrots are nice. Is it just me who thinks carrots are nice?
I enjoy
No, they are, but
as a
it's not
snack.
like as a snack. It's like
A snack must make me happy.
Okay,
Carrots
so
are like,
this is what I do.
I'm
So
like,
this
well,
is what
and I'm trying
I
to
do.
get better or something.
So this is what I do. So for snacks, what I do is I love my tea. So before I sleep, or at least in the evening, or at 4 p.m. at some point during the day, I will have my tea and I will have one biscuit, one cookie, whatever you want to call it. But I will just have that one.
Just one.
Yeah, but it keeps me going through the rest of the day because I know it's coming. I know it's coming, so I'm not like deprived. Oh my god, I haven't eaten biscuits, so I have that one and then I'm done. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and so that's my trick.
And that was going to be my next question, saying I don't think it's possible to eat healthy for a whole 6 weeks or more. Yeah. And what is the right, balance without really doing the most?
Yes.
It depends on your goals. If you're trying to lose weight, then you really have to sacrifice and give yourself as few cheat days as possible. So you can have what is called a cheat day, so that you're not deprived, and then the day you find the hungry lion,
it's just like,
you just go for it.
Yeah.
You can have one cheat day where you actually eat stuff that you like. My cheat days are still fairly healthy. It will be one meal that I'm like, okay, today I'm eating pizza, and I eat that pizza, and then I move on back to the healthy stuff.
Okay.
By the way, I don't eat healthy all the time. I do have my pizza moments. I do have I'm traveling and my food is not under my control, so I will eat that. But again, you have to realize that to get to your goals, you have to make some sacrifices. But also sometimes I'm like, I ate rubbish, so I do an extra set in the gym. You can't really burn off a bad diet, but at least you can reduce the calories that you...
So, but then don't use that as an excuse, by the way. So don't say, okay, I'll eat like 3 burgers and then I'll pump it up. So
again,
only do that. Okay, but sorry, like I'm answering on your behalf.
No, please, yes, I understand. Please go on. Again, I have research where people actually tried this and they proved that it doesn't matter how hard you work out. If you eat rubbish,
you take yourself,
it will look like rubbish. So all those people who tell you that you can eat rubbish and work it off, don't listen to them. It's a lie.
Yes.
We will quote, what's his name? Don't jealous me. It's a lie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's on the nutrition component. We could go a lot into how much protein you need if you're trying to build muscle, how much calories, but there's a good app. It's called MyFitnessPal. You can actually download it. You can tell it. Yes, it's free. You can tell it what your weight is now, what your goals are, and then you can enter all the foods you're eating, and it will help calculate for you. I don't have that kind of patience, but what I did is I used it for a week just so I get an idea of what each meal means in terms of my calorie intake. And then I stopped, because then I knew that if I have a chicken breast and I have 2 tablespoons of honey and chia seeds, then this is the amount of stuff I've ingested. So I just used it for like a week and then I stopped. But if you can be consistent, then please be consistent with it. But you can enter everything, including your shema, they count for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just talked about roller meal.
Yes.
What about pasta, white rice? You know,
so
because those are the things that we have in our homes.
Feelings.
And,
Yes.
Mixed feelings.
How do we?
I will say you can't really avoid those. So portion control.
Okay.
There's a diagram that you can look up that shows you how much of your plate should be vegetables, how much should be protein. Usually the carbohydrates are very few. Pasta, in terms of, you can get whole wheat pasta now almost everywhere.
Oh, really?
They can pay ShopRite and everybody has whole wheat pasta.
I've seen it before.
Yeah. It tastes just as good as the real one. I'm serious. One day, I won't lie.
Side eye.
I won't lie and say brown rice.
Side eye.
I won't lie and say brown rice tastes as good.
It's grainy and...
It's grainy and I tried black rice, which is really, really nutritious, but cooking it is just like a science. But once you get it right, it's fine. Like, I put orange in it and I put rosemary, and you can sort of hack it to taste much better.
Okay.
But white rice is fine as long as you're not doing too much.
So portion control.
Yes, portion control is your big thing with carbs. Otherwise, it all just breaks down, and you know where it settles. It's here. Yeah.
The contours.
Okay, so my next question has to do with someone like me. So by the way, just in case you didn't know, I am the laziest person in the world. I have a body that looks, that I
looks organized.
Yes, but trust me, like, I don't work out at all. Like, I just feature at fitness events or
takes photos.
Yes, I do it for the gram. So, but in real life, like, I'm very lazy. But I want to do this, right? But then, okay, I am a pathological quitter. So if
I'm glad you pulled yourself out. I'm just like, I'm just like,
Yes. So for you guys, either my subscribers or my followers on Facebook, if you're like me and you tend to quit, can you give us some tips? Like, if you're going through a down day, or maybe 2 days, or maybe you may have one day where you just feel like
and to add on to that as well, there's also someone who's like me who believes the gym is always a solution,
Okay. Yes.
So working out at home is like, I try, but it's like No, I'll go to the gym, and the gym is the only place that can make sense because there's the equipment, there's all this. But from home, I'll do 3 things. I'm like, oh, wow, I've done something today at least. So please just help us.
So where do we get the motivation on down days? Okay. And if we miss a day, how do we get back up and not just completely give up? And also, how do we, embrace working out from home as opposed to the gym?
Because many people
have that
are like us, you know what I mean? Because not everyone can afford the gym and whatnot. So,
got it.
So you can afford it. Just like,
and some are just intimidated by the gym.
Yeah,
because even for me, before Project Fit, I would walk into a gym and you find these guys who
people
know what
already
they're doing, and you don't know where to start. There's like 100 machines, you don't know what to do with them. One. For your questions, the first one is the fact that you've got me as your coach. I'm going to be on your head. So get an accountability partner. Somebody who won't take your nonsense. Somebody who's actually doing that thing that you want, and they'll be like calling you and texting you and asking what you're doing.
Asking for the videos.
Second, do you know what else helps? Putting it on social media. Because people are waiting. Like for me, if I go quiet for 3 months, I get... So in terms of staying motivated, I always tell people, if you're not intrinsically motivated, it becomes very difficult for anybody else to motivate you. But for me, my self-motivation, I have some hacks. So anybody who knows me will tell you I'm a runner. But I don't actually like getting out to run. I know my social media looks like, yes, I'm running. Yes.
But she does it all the time.
Yes,
by the way.
I do it all the time, but I have hacks. So if I know that I have to run 10 kilometers on a Sunday, if I'm not in the mood to run, I tell myself, I will go out, I will run 3 kilometers. And if I feel good, I'll keep going. And I'll just be like, I'm going out for 3Ks. And I head out. And trust me, after 3Ks, I'm like, I'm already out here.
So let me just
finish. So even for working out, because I work out from home a lot. The only time I work out from a gym is when I'm in Lusaka, which is very rare. It's like once every 3 months. The rest of the time, I work out from either a hotel room or my house or something. And even there, what I do is I create my workout plan. And if I'm really, really like feeling lazy or tired, or it's that, like for ladies, there's that time of the month where your energy is just low. I tell myself I'll do 3 rounds instead of 5. But once I've hit the 3 rounds, I tell myself you're already here.
So let
hit
me
the
just...
5. So it's just a mental hack of it's not too much, but I already know that I will go through the whole thing. But I convince myself if I can do 3 rounds, I'm better than nothing. Sometimes we actually laugh in the gym. I have a friend who says, today I'm coming for a better than nothing workout. But once you get in, you're going all the way. And then, of course, like I said, accountability partner, somebody who can text you, somebody who can call you up if you're not doing stuff. Even your social media. If I go off social media for a month, people inbox me like, are you okay? What's going on? You haven't seen any workouts? And I'm just like, oh, okay. I'll post something.
So you guys, if I go quiet.
Like if you don't post it, know that you need to check in and say, dude, what's going on with your challenge? So those are some of the hacks you can do, but you really just have to also think. Like for me, it's about, I don't want people who care about me coming to visit me in hospital over something I could prevent. Let it be something I couldn't prevent, but if I can be healthy and fit, then, I will do what needs to be done. And sometimes there are days where you need to rest. Yes. Your body says you need to rest. Listen to
Send a message.
Not every day. Not every day, but there are days where you just have to take it easy, rest, and then recover and then start again. Because sometimes, particularly with running, you find that you're really wearing your body out. You're really tired. Even for the gym. For those who do really intense workouts, lift really heavy, you can actually affect your central nervous system if you're not resting and going 7 days a week. So you do have to know that your body sometimes just needs a rest. Take a rest. The one day will not be the end of the world. Pick it up the next day.
Because it's the part where you're achy,
No,
achy.
that is
you're so
different.
achy and you're thinking,
get up, go to the gym. On that day, get up, get your mat out or your chitenge or whatever you're working out on.
1.
Because that aching.
2.
No, but once you start working out, it doesn't hurt.
3.
No, the adrenaline kicks in and it doesn't hurt. It will hurt again when you're done. When you're done, it will hurt again. But normally, once you start working out, you're moving your body parts. It actually helps. After a heavy leg day, walk around, go for a short run just to stretch the muscles out. Those aches and pains, those are good. I love that pain. It's a really nice thing.
Sometimes.
See, that's where we're different. I have a very low threshold for pain.
It's a nice kind of pain.
So if you saw my previous video, like I'm sure you can tell. Each appointment's like, no, like, I think I'm sweating too much. Like this is, I don't like this. It makes me uncomfortable.
So let me explain that.
Yes.
So for metabolic conditioning, which is what you guys will be doing in the challenge.
Okay.
The way it works is your body has 3 energy systems. It has the first one, which is the phosphagen. It has the next one, which is the glycolic. I can never pronounce it right. If I got it wrong, we'll correct it.
Yeah.
We'll put a bubble up here and correct it. And then the third one is the aerobic, which is where you're using oxygen. So when you're going really hard, like the first 12 seconds.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
the first 12 seconds, you're using the first energy system. So that's the one that Usain Bolt uses. And it can only go for like, boom, up to like 12 seconds,
Then done.
15 seconds. It can no longer, your body can no longer use that. So that's why you are feeling like that. That's because now you've reached that. And then your lactic acid starts to build up when you've moved into the next one. So the next one is the glycolysis, which only takes like up to maximum 2 minutes. And then your lactic acid in your muscles, because it's not using oxygen to burn your fat, your lactic acid starts to build up and then you start to feel the pain. So those are the moments where you can't breathe because you're not using oxygen. Your lactic acid has built up, so you start getting the aches when you're doing your push-ups.
Yeah.
Then once you hit that, you pass that, you move into the aerobic, which is why aerobics are slower. You can breathe because your muscles are using oxygen.
Okay.
So that's why you feel like you're dying. You're not dying. Your body's fine. It's just shifting gears.
Maybe you're close sometimes, just close to death.
Okay, so I guess back to Doreen's question of, you know, on those days when you're feeling, like because you said, listen to your body, you can have rest days. But if you're in pain, or if I'm feeling that whole, like after I really worked out, you know, should I
always
push
the aches.
myself?
The
or
aches
should I,
are just...
Like this is like, so you work out today and then tomorrow you're feeling the pain.
Yes.
That's just delayed onset muscles. So it's called DOMS. It's just your muscles rebuilding. So it's actually not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. You should work out. What you can do is with the pain, if you have a low threshold for pain like you, is split your body parts. So like when I was just starting out, I wasn't doing full body workouts. Even though full body workouts are good for you, what I would do is I would have like Monday is legs. So while my legs are aching, on Tuesday I'm working upper body while the legs rest. Then on Wednesday, I go back to something else. So you could switch it up that way if your threshold for pain is too high, it's too low, and you can't really like keep going. But the workouts you'll be doing, the pain will be minimal.
Says the trainer.
Yes. Okay. So okay, that was my question. You can ask your next one.
No, that one was a collective, so we can still...
Okay. Actually, I think we can wrap it up. Huh?
Yes, because we've hit the main...
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. So I guess we'll conclude here. It's been fun, and in fact the fun is just beginning. Yeah. I hope you guys can join us. So going forward, yes, yes. What we hope to do.
I'm waiting.
So going forward, what we hope to do is film, just short workouts, so you guys can actually tune in and work in with me and Moo.
Yes.
So you can work like actually do it, in real time with us, but it won't be live because Zambian internet is not reliable. But we'll pick a day out of the week and let you know where we actually do one just for you guys if you're interested, and then we can work out
15 minutes.
Yeah. So 15 minutes tops. Yeah, this is me saying 15 minutes tops. Yes.
We'll try and keep it to 15 minutes max. If you really start beasting, 20 minutes. Okay. With metabolic conditioning, there's no need to go for hours and hours and hours. You can do 10 minutes, you can do 15, you can do 20, which is why I love it, because you can't tell me that you don't have time for. Anybody can spare 15 minutes out of their day.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So 15
instead of gossiping on WhatsApp like I do for 3 hours,
just take 15 minutes out.
Just
gossip for 2.5 hours.
Yes. Yes. And okay, yes. So now that I've mentioned that, what I just said, in conclusion, I guess, just one last thing, if there's anyone, who wants to just see you personally, yes, I know I'm being real. Some of you have you have no business wanting to watch me, but if you actually want a personal trainer, how does someone get in touch with you? Are you open to getting being a virtual trainer? Because she travels and she's like,
all the time.
So she won't physically come to your house in Lusaka.
Yes.
But you know, she can train you. So how does that work in case someone is interested?
So I actually prefer virtual training because, like you're saying, I travel a lot. I can't really commit to being hand-holding somebody. If you can get a personal trainer that's in your house or whatever the case might be, or you can go to a gym, good. But if you can't get hold of me, preferably on Instagram, at chanda.chomba. Yeah. And then once you get hold of me, we have a conversation. You tell me what your goals are, because goals differ. Some people want to be better athletically, some want to be better runners, some want to build muscle. Like, I was really skinny, so my big thing was building myself out. Trust me, this is like me built out. So whatever your goals are, we discuss that, and then we start planning that. But you have to be willing to commit to the workouts. You have to be ready to film your workouts and send them to me. And you have to be ready to have a check-in with me, like a Skype call or a WhatsApp video call or something, at least once every 2 weeks, so we can just catch up. Because you see, this is not just about your physical health, it's also your mental state. Sometimes that's what disturbs your workout. So I need to be able to have a chat with you, find out how you're doing, how your kids are doing, or how your boyfriend is, or your girlfriend is, or whatever it is that you're having. If you want to have that conversation, yes, my cat has been sick, right. So I've been at the vet. I can't work out. Okay, so since you're now going to the vet at 7 p.m. when we used to work out, can you switch to 5 a.m.? So things like that. So you have to be willing to commit to at least have a conversation every, 2 weeks, every week, every 2 weeks, at least on a regular basis. We need to have a conversation. You tell me how you're doing, what your diet looks like, what you're eating. And then you have to also be willing to be honest with yourself. Like, if you eat rubbish, you tell me.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's very important, because if you lie thinking that you're going to disappoint her, trust me, you're disappointing yourself. Yes. So if you ate, I don't know, like a whole pizza, like the urge just came that day, just say it. Just say it. We will judge you. Sorry, okay. She will judge you, but then it's what you need,
Yeah. I actually won't judge, because I may have eaten half a pizza.
So she'll just tell you what to do next and how to burn what you need to burn, and pick it up from there.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
They did very well, by the way, I think. For a first fitness test,
I think so too.
Yes. I have to hype myself. Yes. So that's it for now. Please join us on this challenge if you want to.
Yes.
So if you have, so if you're into fitness, even if you're like an OG, like definitely, just tune in. Would love to have everybody's input.
Yes. And it's a wonderful journey, and we
have send questions.
Yes.
And then once in a while, I can answer some of your questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for now, and hopefully we'll see you in our next official video. Though, for my other content for Chita Diaries, I probably will be doing hair videos, so it should be like a fitness video and then a hair video. So I won't say the next video, but the next fitness video hopefully will be our workout.
I think the next one should be your diet plan.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can do an in-between that has to do with diet before we actually start the official workout. Okay. Yes. So we shall do that.
Because food is important.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes.
You can work out all you want. If you're eating rubbish, you won't get anywhere.
Yes. Yeah. And so yes.
And all that protein will be good for the hair.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes.
Signing out?
Yes, signing out. We can do like a unison. What's the word?
Unison.
Unison. Oh my.
In there.
Help me say it in Bamba. Yes. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and bye.
Have a fit day.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Whew. Then your friend wasn't recording.
Yeah.